it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout. Today I am going to use quite a bit of Chamel product and I'm going to dig into my stash of fairly new field trip papers. So the first thing I did was I grabbed that navy paper from Field Trip. It's the Out There paper, and I used that to back my photo. I really wanted that to pop off the background there because the arrow background is so busy. I needed something to really frame that photo out. That arrow paper is from Field Trip and it's the Going Up paper. And then I have that pink paper right now, and that's from Field Trip, and that's the Check It paper. So what I'm trying to determine here is how big I'm going to need to cut that pink paper, but I have an idea for a a title. That's what that is. And so I'm kind of playing around with my stickers here. And I have, first of all, that kind of turquoise colored foam alphabet. And that alphabet is the Dear Lizzie, Thickers, and Mary. They're very old. And then I decided to add in that 4 because that is a big part of this title here. And then I'm going to do the sort of other part of the title, the might be, in the green letter stickers. And those are old sassafras of the chartreuse glitter alpha there. And then I decided I didn't like the way that was fitting, so I'm going to add in the word just, because it felt like the 4 was so big and then there was a lot of space above the might be. And I wanted to use more than one alphabet there, especially because I had 2 alphas that matched the arrow paper really well. So what I'm going to do here is I trimmed the pink paper up at least from top to bottom there. And now again, I'm looking at the title. And by the way, guys, as I'm looking at this, I went back and forth about where that 4 is going to go. And as I'm looking at it here, as I'm videoing this, I want that 4 over just a little bit again. It feels like it's not over quite far enough. So I knew when I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, I need to peel that off and make it just a little bit further. Pull it a little bit further. So I'll change where that goes. And then I think the spacing is a little bit better. I think the just and might be was a little bit too close. And again, I'm going to put that title down because that's going to help me with trimming of the pink paper. And these are my grandkids, so my they just had baby number 4 in their family. By the time you see this, actually, baby number 4 will be just about 6 months old, which is crazy to think that, but he's a newborn in this photo. And so he has 2 older brothers and an older sister. And as you can see, older sister is holding her own against the big brothers. She is a riot. I just got to spend a weekend with them here at my house, and oh my gosh, we had so much fun together. All right, so now I'm going through this cut apart sheet here, and that is the Chamel Field Trip, and it's the Hear Me Roar. And I love the Wild and Free, and then the Let's Do This, because Mom and Dad talked about should we have 4, what do we want to, kind of going back and forth a little bit. And they have said, as crazy and as chaotic as it is, they love having 4 children. And they are all just amazing kids. Obviously, little guy, when I'm taping this, is still pretty little. So, he's just starting to kind of be more observant in that kind of stuff. But it's so fun to see the older kids' personalities shine. When I spent the time with them last weekend, my granddaughter is 17 months old now, and you can definitely tell her personality is really coming through. So that's kind of fun. All right, I inked all the papers there in my Memento Dewdrop Gray Flannel ink, and that just helps give them a little bit of a shadow and to help kind of stand off the other pieces of paper that they're on. And I love that arrow paper. I could have gutted it, but you know, I have a ton of paper, right? And I'm seriously thinking about doing a spending freeze. I might have decided that by the time you actually see this. But just to get some product used up, because I have a lot of stuff. And so it's kind of like I don't really need to gut this as much as I love it. There's lots out there for me. All right, so I'm going to go back to these flare badges, which are pretty old. They're from the Chamel Starshine collection. They're the adhesive badges. And I pulled off that one that says Adventure, and it has a little bit of orange in it, but that's okay. That's kind of reddy orange, because goodness knows it is an adventure. And then I found that little 4 sticker from the Chamel True Stories small sticker book there. Then I found this tab, and I really liked that tab. That came from something that I did not write down, and I don't remember. I'll see if I can figure it out. Oh, and I got a phone call there, so that's why that jumped a little bit. So I did also grab that True Story flare badge as well. I can see the sticker book it's that sticker book right there that the tab came from. Yep, and that is True Stories as well. Now this is the original Chamel sticker book, and I found that little sticker that says True Stories. So I'm going to add that in there. That's her original collection, and I still have a few things left from that in there. I'm looking through Sparkle City there, the Sparkle City stickers, and I find that one that says Love It. So I pop that down there. And then I'm thinking I might need something behind the True Stories badge there on the top right. I need a bigger transition, and this is going to shake my camera. This is a Martha Stewart punch, and I was just having all sorts of problems using this. I don't think I had it correct on that that block, so I just went to one of my recollections scallop punches instead of the pinked punch. I have to look at that. I didn't take the time to do that this particular day. All right, so now see how I like how that gives that a little bit of a something to back it on, and otherwise I was losing that 4. And now I'll take one and I'm going to put it behind each of these clusters here. Now I'm noticing, and I'm sorry this is kind of off the bottom. Oh, first of all, I'm going to move that Love It up there a little bit. It just felt, when it was on the bottom there, I wanted to do another cluster, and I'm sorry you guys, this got a little bit low. So I did another one of those blue circles from that navy paper, and then I found that globe from the Chamel Sparkle City stickers where I got the Love It. And then I just flipped that and put this True Story down there because I was losing it in the blue scallop circle there, and added the Explorer badge up at the top because, you know, exploring, it's a true story, and there's lots of adventures with 4. So again, just kind of looking to see what else I might be able to use here. Then I go to my Chamel box of crayons enamel dots, and I'm going to add in some green and turquoise dots, one into each of the clusters there, and I put a red one down there first and then ended up changing it back to turquoise, kind of toying with maybe adding that little piece on the bottom here, but there's so much going on I decided not to, guys. So there's a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you're all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye.